For more on this, as we digest Biden's speech and what's ahead in this race, I want to bring in Julia Manchester, reporter from The Hill. Julia, good to see you. Biden's speech, Bidenomics, we heard the equation he put forth to the American public, opposite than Reaganomics. So, right, we're bottom up, middle out here. He says his economic policies are working. What are you hearing how this speech landed?
Look, Marnie, I think it depends who you talk to put it simply. I think Democrats and the president's allies are going to say it was a home run. This was great. But even before the speech, we saw Republicans, including the Republican National Committee, already slamming it, saying that Biden is essentially trying to bankrupt America. No surprise there, because there's a clear ideological difference on this issue when it comes to the economy. But look, it's very important for President Biden as he kicks off his re-election campaign and as we get more into the campaign swing to be talking about the economy, because we know that the #1 issue for most voters is the economy. And going back to the midterms last cycle, look, a lot of us were very skeptical about how much this issue of abortion access after the overturning of Roe v. Wade would play with voters, considering the economy normally trumps other issues. But we saw that Democrats were in the midterms, kind of almost saved by that issue, because they were able to campaign on that and galvanize it. But this time around, we don't know what's going to happen between now and election day. So Biden is very much trying to highlight his accomplishments on the economy, talking about the infrastructure bill, going on this countrywide tour, talking about the economy and such, and really zeroing in on those very low unemployment numbers. That, to the Biden team, is very important to highlight.
Right, and those are important issues. And the other thing that people are going to be talking about, whether it's important or not, it's a topic of discussion, is some of these gaffes. You heard it just mentioned that Biden today referred to Ukraine as Iraq, the war with Iraq, which is wrong, right? That's a gaffe. Recently, he was criticized for saying God save the Queen. Are we making too much of a deal of these gaffes, right? I mean, he made some funny comments live on the spot today during his speech, right? Is it a mix, or is it more of an issue for voters now and come 2024?
Look, everyone makes mistakes when speaking publicly and sometimes say something and they mean to say something else. But this is different because you have an 80-year-old man running for re-election to be president of the United States, and his age and mental acuity, whether you like it or not, is a question for voters, especially when most polls show Biden likely, going to run against Trump again into November. And Trump is also a candidate who's in his late 70s. So this issue of age and how he's presenting himself on the campaign trail and in the White House is going to be a big issue. Separately, you're also going to see Republicans try to hit him on this and try to paint him as being incompetent or not fully with it. All of these gaffes and images, maybe like earlier this month when he unfortunately took a bit of a fall tripped during that Air Force graduation ceremony. That's all video for Republican ad makers, and that's all can be used by his Republican critics. So that's why it's important, because just politically, it's a big deal.
Right. And come 2024, if you ask a lot of people if it's a Biden-Trump face-off, is the door to a third-party candidate more open in that scenario? For these reasons being one of many. Julia, as always, thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.